Would you introduce yourself
Yeah.
and tell us a little bit about you and your family?
Yeah. I'm Sherri Harder, and Mike and I pastor the Des Moines Vineyard. We've been married for 42 years. I have 6 adult children, and soon, at the end of August, we'll have 7 grandchildren. We love our family. We've been through trials, but God's been faithful through all of that. And we love to be active. I love to hike. I just did the Camino Ignaciano in the month of May, and we love to be outdoors, love pastors, and we just are enjoying God in our life right now.
So tell me a little bit about your spiritual direction history. How did you come into that?
Yeah. I like to say first that I think my first experience with spiritual direction, which sounds a little weird but is true, is when I had leukemia. And I feel like I had Jesus as a spiritual director. So, 2.5 years of treatment, the first 6 months of those, out of 6 months I was in the hospital for 3 months. Your blood counts get to nothing. It's hard to breathe. You really can't talk. And in all of that silence, I learned that prayer happens without words and that Jesus comes close. And so I feel like that was my first experience with spiritual direction, even though I wouldn't have named it that. And then after recovering from that, we just jumped in and hosted a Sustainable Faith Spiritual Direction cohort. I didn't know if I was going to be something at the end, but I really wanted the chance for Mike and I to sit in a small circle of people and stop 5 times in a year for 2 days and experience Jesus. And it was all that. And then I just saw spiritual direction as such a gift for me to receive and such a gift to give to others, a pastoral tool. Its formation is through the fiber of our church now. So we completed those 2 years of training. We've hosted more cohorts and trained spiritual directors in our church. We use it in outreach. We go to homes for trafficked victims, and we do spiritual direction and healing prayer. And so, and then we just have gone on, especially giving direction to pastors and leaders, and really loved it.
So what would spiritual direction be like with you?
Spiritual direction, I like to say this. It's a place to be listened to with love and compassion and intention. It is co-discernment. So there's listening and asking questions that help people identify where is God's grace active in their life, because God's always at work, but sometimes we need a friend to help us see where he's at work. And for me, spiritual direction moved away all the clutter in my life so I could see and hear God. And so that's really what direction will be like, I think, with me.
So if you could talk directly to our participants, what would you say?
I would say, first of all, congratulations on taking a step for knowing that as a pastor you can be loved and cared for and healthy. Best thing you could do for your church. And I would say just pray. God will lead you to the directors and coaches you want. I'd love to journey with you, but anybody involved in these Lily retreats, they're going to be awesome. And the best is yet to come for you. And I'm excited for you.
Thanks, Sherri. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
If you would like to sign up for a time to meet with Sherri while we're at the retreat, we'll have that information below where you can sign up in the comments.